could be thinking negatively right now and just check this.
Yeah, exactly. And she might. But I think Kravchenko acts first here, so let's see what he does.
Check. Okay. Check.
Okay, she checked. I don't mind the check so much. And look at this.
Ooh.
4 diamonds on board, which is terrible for them. But also, what's really terrible for Vicky is she just lost the pot. I don't think
40,000
he's.
in?
I don't think he's going to bet it. I honestly don't think. Look at this.
16,000.
He bet 16,000 with aces and tens. I'm in shock because I don't like that bet because he can only basically get called if he's beat. On the other hand, if she does call, then you have to say it was a good bet, but I still don't love the bet.
Call.
Super.
Yeah, river card got her, and it was an odd sort of hand. Obviously, there were a lot of ways it could have been played, and in some ways, either player could have won it.
I don't fault Vicky for the way she played the hand, and I don't fault Alex the way he played the hand, except I just don't like that $16,000 bet into 40,000. He's just too weak.
After the flop, he's not
But it worked, so, you know, sometimes you don't like a bet, but if it works, you have to say, okay.
Leaderboard, 11 hands have gone by, Phil, and Scharf and Kravchenko.
Yeah. German and Russian we're talking about now.
How about this? Roland de Wolf is actually showed up in an Eddie Scharf suit.
You're here.
Disappointed
You
in
don't get
his
paid by the hour.
results last year, Roland de Wolf has shown up very focused for the Premier League this go-round.
I know you're missing the sunny weather in Moscow, but
Black has 9s again. I mean, my
He'll be back on
goodness,
the
he
beach.
lost a fortune with the 9s last time.
Right.
Such a good weather.
Raise to 6,000.
In Moscow now it's
Andy,
minus 8, maybe.
he was a little bit disappointed, obviously, last year. Didn't make it to the final table. Got beat in the playoffs. Heads up
Pass.
against Vicky Corin.
Pass.
And now he's on her left tonight.
Pass.
He wouldn't
Haven't
want to
looked
get
yet,
to
but
zero
I
first
just hope
here.
for the sake of your mental health that you have.
Pass on the blind.
I hope that you have a good hand for the sake of your mental health. Just if you have just raised with any
mental
two,
health will be fine.
if you've raised with any two, you've just completely lost it now.
Yeah, he raced with any 2. He had aces last hand and 9s this hand.
Call. Yeah.
Well,
Four,
that's
six.
good for Roland there. If he were to re-raise, Andy would have gone all in. So rather than play a big coin flip, he's taken a flop, which I like.
Uh-oh, diamonds.
All right, now they're going in because Black has an overpair and Roland de Wolf has 2 overcards and a flush draw. And I think it's very close to even money. Yeah, there it is.
10,000.
In fact, de Wolf is a favorite.
There is no play for Roland here but all in, right? I mean, it just...
He could call, but he moved
It had
all in
to
and got
be-
insta-called. So here we go, 51
That is a
to
50-50.
48.
Yeah.
Pretty coin flippy. There is a
short bet, the
possibility
office
he would
here.
have to come in
They set
running
up the flop,
3-5
like,
for a
how
tie.
much?
2,000.
That's a
How much
flop.
is it? 2,000, yeah, 26.
Yeah,
That's a
the
flop I can't really get away
overcards,
from
the
in any shape or
diamonds,
form.
I ain't getting away from it either.
and it's half a Roland
Black
stack and all
is
the
the color.
blacks.
But it's a different
Blackjack.
Roland de Wolf, and you know, playing a different style,
Even if
limping
it
on
comes to
some
mine,
hands,
but
and just calling with the ace jack.
Oh, shit. Chop out.
One more. Black. Oh.
Yeah, he survived a turn. Now the river needs it to hold.
Well done.
There's the 5 of diamonds. Roland de Wolf makes a
Had to
flush.
be
He's
me.
going to win the pot and bust Andy Black.
And Phil, I mean that hand
next week.
itself,
Next week. Next week.
it just the 2 9s twice is where he lost his chips.
It's a terrible start, you know. It's embarrassing, you know. I mean, I didn't even make it through the first level. So I don't know. I just got to laugh and say, well, wow, that was appalling, you know.
Welcome back to Premier League Poker. Andy Black gifting his chips to Eddie Scharf, and this is the result. Scharf now well in front. The only 2 players
You
below
gave him a
their
chance to
starting
escape, and he
stack
did.
are Fraser and Corn, but it's early days, only
Nothing wrong with
13
that.
hands played.
But if I just go, I was not going to win a lot on the river anyway.
Kravchenko's pretty animated for a guy who's English not his first language. He's got a nice sense of
I
humor.
can't even believe you.
No, when I tell the cards, I'm not lying.
No
Yeah,
worries.
You can ask people after the game. Have queen nine of
Have you
hearts.
checked already?
I checked.
Okay. I didn't know. I thought they were going to start
Keeping
dealing
it
without
friendly.
you.
No, no.
DeWolf and Vicky,
I was a little worried there.
they played quite a few pots together last year, and
Really?
Roland bluffed off, I don't know,
Mm, really good.
85,000 with nothing in one instance. He's being a little more careful this time.
And basically he flopped her absolutely dead. He made a nice little
Check.
floater bet,
Check.
taking advantage of the fact that she thinks that he never has anything. And she was drawing dead on the flop, and now look, she's hit a jack where she could actually win this pot if a 9 or an ace comes in the river.
I wonder what'll happen if Vicky bets here.
8,000.
Did the turn help you?
To be honest, no. But I'm hoping it didn't help you.
Didn't. I still got a big hand.
You do?
Or it could become a big hand.
Cool.
If
There-
what happens?
Well, I
The
played
white
this
card.
hand
I don't even know
beautiful
what I'm
so
punting
far.
for now.
Vicky had a reputation last year that if you asked her a question, she would
Forward
tell the
can help
truth.
And now there's an absolute 3. Roland checked it. Beautiful play. And
I
Vicky,
really
of
can't
course,
call
is
very
going to
much
fire
there.
one more time.
Like 3,000, I reckon I might be able to call.
Wow, is he going to talk her into it?
No, I think she was betting. He's actually
If you
trying
want
to
to
talk
make a
her out of
small
it.
value bet, make it
Well,
very
it's a
small.
bet at all. I'm trying to know if there's any point.
I could call 3,000.
Sheesh.
He should have kept his mouth closed.
Maybe. I think she was going to bet.
Nine.
I think she was going to bet
9,000.
Did the 3
15,000.
help you?
The three's a massive card for me.
Really? It's so sick that I got a call. Show me 2 pair and you got it.
You've got a pair?
I got a pair.
Pair wins.
Okay.
That's as good as my hand gets.
Okay.
Check called 3 times by DeWolf.
No, he fired on
Was
the
it
flop.
3,000?
That was the
Oh, he
beauty.
fired on the floater on the flop.
A little floater on the flop she called,
I didn't know if I
and then
won.
she hit the
I
perfect
didn't
card
realize it was
for
I
her
thought
to
you might call
bluff,
3 with an
and
ace. That would have been horrific.
he won the maximum with that. And this is a different
No,
Roland
yeah.
DeWolf here. I
If
mean,
I had an ace, you made exactly the way I started.
Subtle and sneaky.
yep.
Unfortunately, I did have a king.
I tell you, he has
Interesting.
played a
Did you?
lot better poker
As I didn't make you show.
this year.
I could have made. I mean, that's not going
Forget
out.
it. Forget it.
It's not going out on a
Sticking
limb.
your neck
Forget
out
it.
there.
It's not going out. I think you had a heart.
It's the quietest I've ever. Well, actually, I've seen Ian Fraser be pretty quiet.
He had a dismal start to the first Premier League and had to sort of really
Where's
fire
10,000
himself up
total?
and win a couple heats at the end. Uh-oh. And this is...
Cool.
Cool.
They're keeping you up.
A little.
I think it's
He
based
tried
on
to
one-
yawn as he called. Now
You want to get to your Chinese game, right?
Oh.
No.
he tried to. Did you see that? Roland tried to yawn as he called. And if Fraser does not want to hit a 9, if it comes 9 high, he's gone.
He can sometimes push a little... Oh, gosh,
And there
you
it
just
is.
said it.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, now Fraser's going to be enormously disappointed because this hand is going to basically be bet, raise, all in, call kind of deal.
And there might have been some hands that he could have gotten away from, some
10,000.
flops, but just not this one.
But here's the difference. If Roland raises before the flop, he wins the pot right then and there.
Raise all in.
And because he played it this way, he won at least an extra 10,000, and Ian Fraser may have to call all the rest of his chips. I mean, Ian is down to like 30-some thousand right now. He only has 33 more, and it's just a very
Before I
difficult
bet the 10,
lay down.
I thought to myself, if you push all in, I must call you. And then when you do it, I don't know.
Well, see, Fraser's instincts are good because...
Cool.
But he really did have to call. I'm not going to fault him. I
Right,
mean,
and even being behind, he still has a good number of outs and 5.
not really. I mean, you know, he's in bad shape.
Right.
But the fact is that there's just too many hands that he can beat. Roland's trap worked perfectly.
He'll
Now,
do
if
it.
Roland loses the pot, then he loses the pot. But the fact of the matter is that he got the money in, you know, a huge over 3-to-1 favorite.
Taking a chance to have about